Hello. This video is going to talk about the next phase in our deployment of remote learning. Now, as shown in the previous videos, we're using Google Classroom to set formal work through the day. This work will then be marked by the teacher and fed back at the end of the day. But there's something extra that we're going to do that I'd like to talk to you a little bit about today, and that is live lessons. Now, we're very well aware that what makes St Olaf special is that personal interaction between the teachers and the children. And we're very keen not to lose that over the next few weeks. So what we've been busy doing is teaching staff how to get up to scratch with delivering live lessons, looking at the variety of platforms available to us, and we've made some decisions initially. We're going to be using a platform called Google Meet, which is exactly like Microsoft Teams, if you've heard of it, and it's exactly like the Zoom video conferencing app. The difference is that Google Meet builds in to everything that we're already doing. It builds into Google Classroom. It will automatically save videos within our Google Drive, which we can then share with the children. All lessons will be recorded, so if a teacher is delivering a lesson on using Google Meet, if they're doing a live lesson and for whatever reason someone's unable to participate, maybe their internet's gone down, maybe something else was happening, it doesn't really matter. There's no expectation to always be at the live lessons. We would hope that the children can watch and take part in as many as possible, because there will be opportunities to talk to the class, to talk to teachers, to ask questions if there are questions that are coming up about work that's being set. Now, these live lessons can take a number of different forms. Sometimes the live lesson will be one to a whole year group, sometimes it may be one to a class, and other times it may well be smaller and more intimate groups, sometimes as small as one-to-one depending on the situation. Please bear with us as we try and communicate this to you as efficiently as possible over the next few weeks. If you're unable to attend, these videos will be saved within Google Drive and then shared with the children through their Google Classroom. Now, due to the nature of these lessons, there will be some ground rules which we will send out, but one of the most important things that we're going to try and encourage is for the children to mute their microphones and to turn off their camera when they're not directly addressing either the class or the teacher. If any of you have ever been in conference calls or recently have had to be in conference calls, if you've got 15, 20, 30 people in a meeting and suddenly you get someone coughing or you start getting echoes through from the microphone going back into the speaker, it can be a really unpleasant experience. So in order to try and make this as pleasant as possible, we're going to ask the children to mute their microphones and to turn off their cameras when they're not being used. If you're planning on watching these live lessons on a computer, there's no software to download. You'll be sent a link through Google Classroom or through Tapestry, which you can then join. If you're planning on taking part in these live lessons through an iPad or other tablet, if you go to your App Store and search for Google Hangouts Meet, you'll see the app that you need to download and then just sign in with your child's account. As a proof of concept for one of these lessons, I'm going to be doing a live stream, the date and time of which I'll confirm in a message that will be sent to all parents. That live stream will probably be me experimenting coding through Minecraft Education for the first time, so something which anyone across the school can watch. But because of the nature of me inviting 220 children into one meeting, I'm going to present it as a live stream as opposed to an interactive lesson where people will be able to comment. I hope you understand why that is. Having 220 voices potentially not muting their microphone for the first time or not switching their camera off can get a little bit distracting if you're trying to show a whole school proof of concept. The stream will work in exactly the same way though, so please take this as an opportunity to see whether or not the signal wherever it is you plan on using your device will be strong enough to maintain a live stream and to make sure that you're comfortable on the device that you're using. As we've said in an email that we've sent home, we're happy to supply devices if people need them. Thank you to those of you that have responded to that email already, and we're in the process of sending those home. They've all been formatted, they're ready to go home. But again, please contact the office if you are in need of a device moving forwards, especially bearing this idea of live lessons in mind. Now, the quality of these videos will vary vastly from individual to individual. Now, this is purely because of the setups a lot of people have got at home. I'm currently training the staff, giving them some hints and tips in ways that they can try and make their videos look and sound that much better when they're delivering live lessons. Some of these things are very simple. The problem is everyone around the world is trying to fix the same problems at the same time. Therefore, supply of certain things is really, really tricky. For example, as a bit of a hint to yourselves, if you haven't got a high quality external microphone and you're relying on the microphone built into your webcam, there's very cheap options to solve this problem. For example, most of you at some stage with a mobile phone would have been given a set of headphones that has got a little microphone attached to it. Well, it turns out that microphone, as it hangs by your ear and is right by your mouth, will give you a much better sound quality and block out far more external noise than relying on a webcam which is maybe 3-4 feet in front of you. Live lessons is just another example of something we're trying to do to enhance our offering and to try and keep as much normality as possible within the children's day-to-day experience of school. We'll continue to look at ways that we can tweak our offering and to try and enhance it as much as possible. We're very well aware of the challenges associated with supervising your children while they're trying to complete schoolwork, and we're constantly looking at new ways at which we can try and make this easier for you. Live lessons are just the latest thing that we wanted to talk to you about this side of Easter.